Hello everyone, so this is a second video of this a series on this application. So in this video we are going to look how to do a button swipe animation. So when we swipe a button, it should have that swiping animation, and also when the animation is end, a callback function would be triggered to submit our form. So in this case we have this transaction form. So I'll quickly give you a demo. So if we'll type first customer, so we are adding a income of 1000 rupees by selling something. So here you will see it will the moment we have filled all the fields, it will get unlocked. So now you see fill all fields to unlock. So the moment I select sailing, it will unlock and you can swipe, or if you'll click the that circle, it will do submit and your first income will be added. Okay, so we'll see this animation. So this animation I'm doing it in custom sheet and then transaction form. So in transaction form you have this. So this is our animation. So we'll start from scratch for this button. Okay, so let's get started. So now we'll start from scratch. So first what we'll do, we'll need to make a view, then we'll give it a style of styles dot button submit button path. So this is this style I've already written the style, that is the width will be 85%. So that is the 85% height, and shadow colors and all that stuff. Just simple styling for the button. Okay, so inside button there will be another button that will be a circle button, on clicking of which will do the animation. So this circle button will have, let's say, width of 50, height of 50, border radius of 25, and let's give it a background color of, so right now theme is light, so we'll give white for now. If I'll save it, now if you'll see, this path is this 85% with all this border radius and then a circle. That's perfect. Now we also need a text in between. So there's a component custom text that I've made. So this will tell you fill all the details to unlock. That's it, and you'll get a text here. So what we'll do, we'll make this circle position absolute, which will bring this text here. And also what we can do, we have a style here, styles dot give it a style of submit text, which is basically centering it with opacity, less opacity, and font weight as bold. So I've just given it a style. If you'll save it, let's refresh. So now you'll see it is centered. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to drag this, means we need to do a swipe animation here. For that, so we'll do swiping on this whole submit button path. So first we'll convert this into animated.view, which will come from reanimated. Okay, and we'll wrap this in a pen gesture handler, and we'll give on gesture and gesture event handle gesture. Okay, we'll come up here, we'll do const handle gesture, that will be use animated gesture handler, and it will have 3 method on active, on start. Let's keep start at first, and then on end. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to make a path animated style. We'll give it use animated style, and we'll return all the styles. So this path animated style will be this circle. The moment we keep on scrolling, it will keep on expanding till here. So we'll have to change this our circle into animated.view animated.view style. We'll give it a animated style, and all this will, all the circle style will keep it here. That's it. The moment we save, so we'll give it a hard refresh. So you'll see there's no difference right now. Now what we need to do, we need to animate this width. That's it. So how much we want to animate? We want to start from here and go till 85%. So this animate path is 85%. So what we'll do, will keep a variable that is button well. We'll take our context here, we'll do context.x is equals to button.value. So basically we are saving the previous state on start. So whatever the button value was previously will be saved in this context. Now what we'll do, we'll take the translation x here, and we'll make our button dot value is equals to translation x plus context dot x. Okay, that's it. And maybe in the end we'll do, if translation x is greater than total width divided by 2. So if translation x is greater than width divided by 2, maybe you can do width divided by 3, then that means our transaction, our button animation is successfully done. So we'll do button dot value is equals to width into 0.85, which is 85%. Else it will be 0. That's it. That's it for our handle gesture. Now what we wanted to do, we want to interpolate our button dot well with 0, and so input range will be 0 and 85%, which is 0.85, and our value that the width we want, that will be 52. width 0.85. That's it. That is what we want to interpolate. So in handle gesture, we are based on gesture event, it will go till 85% of the width, and in interpolate we are in the circle style, we are interpolating that animation value. So now if I'll move this, see, so you see it is basically the animation is working, but some weird effect is happening, because one reason that for that is we want to give it extrapolate dot clamp, so it should not go beyond this range. Okay, and secondly, in the end we want to do this with timing. So with timing, okay, so now we'll save it, we'll refresh it. So now you'll see that effect is gone. Also, what we can do is on the click of this button, we want to do a swipe animation. So we'll keep a touchable native feedback, and there we can do on press. We want button dot well to go with timing to width into 0.85, that is 85%. We'll save it now. Let's open it again. The moment we click, it will go there. Maybe let's touchable without feedback. Okay. So now what we need to do, the moment this animation is completed, we need to hit a callback function. So now you'll see this form, when this form gets submitted, we are calling this handle submit function. So the moment this transition is over, so basically here it is completed. So what we'll do, we'll give it a duration of like 350, and there's a callback function in with timing, so it only runs when a transition is finished. So what we can do, we can call this like this here, but this is a JavaScript side, this will run on JavaScript side, so we have to tell we have to tell the Reanimated to run it on JavaScript. So run on JS, that will come from Reanimated. This. So now this function will run here, and also same thing when you're clicking the button, this timing, you need to give a duration of, let's say, 350, and then a callback function will come. So that's how you'll have to give. Okay, so with timing here also we have to give the same. But now one more thing we'll have to do, we have to check if all the three of them is filled, then only we want this swiping to be enabled. So what we can do, we can come here and we can is we can check is unlocked. So we can check, so if name, these are the three variable, name, amount and category. If all the three of them are there, name, amount and category, then only this unlocked will be true. So this unlocked, we can come here, and in this where we are giving a pen gesture event, we can give pointer event. So if a pointer event is, by default it is auto, but if we'll give a pointer event none, and like if we'll save, so let's refresh this, and you can see we cannot swipe. I'm clicking right now, but we cannot swipe. So what we can do, we can check if it is unlocked, then only we want this to have auto, else make it none. That's it. So right now it is unlocked. Also, what we can use this variable at other places also. Okay, for example, here we can check if it is unlocked. So if it is not unlocked, I mean still you have to fill the form, then you can just, here I have a SVG, that is lock SVG. So it will show a lock SVG if it is locked. So this lock SVG, we need to give it a fill. Right now it is white in color, but we need to give a color black. So black is coming from our theme. The moment I save this, now you can see the SVG. You can give this path this a style of like justify content, center, align items, center. So now it says it's locked, but the moment you fill all the field, that will be gone and you can swipe. But if it even one field is not selected, this will not work. Okay, that's great, that's done. Now there's one more thing that we can do, is there's a variable loading. So what happens when so the moment we fill, like first, then let's say 100, so it's an income we are adding. So let's say we have sold something. The moment now it has added the 100, but we want to sometimes it may take time, so we want to show them it's still loading, and we want this to be locked until it's in the process of like waiting for the request. So here I'm setting it a transition submitting. So also what we can do, if it's submitting, if loading is equal to transition submitting, then also I want this to be unlocked. And yeah, so basically now it will happen if I'll write test 100 anything, let's refresh it. Okay, so we want to it was my mistake, we want to tell if all the three of our fields that it should be unlocked, and when it is not equal to trans submitting. That's what we want, we should have written. So now if I'll write test 100 and let's say rent. This is unlocked, and the moment it's in submit process, the lock will appear again. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.